of course, the Greeks made a major mistake. So Greek science was very interesting because it was the flip side of modern science. The Greeks had the sort of the attitude that you can understand nature just by thinking. So the Greeks actually discouraged experiment. But anyway, the ancient Greeks, they have this attitude that you don't need to do experiment. In fact, you must not do experiment. You have to understand everything by thought. So because of that, they came up with some strange ideas. So for example, the Greeks, they thought that when you look at something, your eyes emit some substance, which they called simulacra. And this substance is kind of their thought of what light is. So, when I look at you, I transmit a substance. The substance comes back to me, and that's how I see you. Which is, of course, a very bizarre way of thinking, but anyway, that's what they thought. And it was the Arabs, much later, in the 10th century or so, who read the Greek scripts, and they said, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. So the Arabs, for the first time, thought, well, it must be the other way around. There must be light sources, like the sun or a fire, or that's about it at the time, right? They didn't have light bulbs yet. So they must be that they emit something that is called light, and that's how we see. So it took about 1,000 years, I guess, to resolve that question. And also the Arabs did a lot of the very first basic work in optics. For example, Snell's law, the law of refraction that I will cover in a little bit, the Arabs discovered it first.